And we are live once again. Hi everyone, I'm Cryptic Hybrid. Welcome to today's live stream. It's Friday, yes, finally, freaking Friday, October 29th, 2021. And today, as you can see, we are going to play Saint Kotar, a game that came out yesterday. It's available for Windows, I believe. Maybe only for Windows, maybe other platforms too. It's definitely available for Windows on Steam, Good Old Games, and the Epic Games Store. I know it's also coming for consoles, but I don't think they're available yet. But you know, you just get the PC version and enjoy. Now, Saint Kotar is a point-and-click adventure game. It's dark, it's creepy, you know, horror elements, mystery, you know, occult, cannibalism, all the good stuff that you want to see in on a Friday night. Or Friday in general, close to Halloween. Now, Saint Kotar had a successful Kickstarter. I backed it, and I got a key earlier this week. Game came out yesterday. Yesterday we had other plans, so we're gonna play it today, and we're just gonna go right in and see how it goes. Saint Kotar from Red Martyr Entertainment. Let's go.
Father, please don't leave. It's dark. The witch could be hiding in here. Don't do this. I'm sorry if I have sinned. I didn't mean to, please.
Great. Move cursor with the left or the controller, mouse button to move character, press and hold right mouse button to highlight interactive objects. Wow, so dark in here. Oh, wait.
My old nightstand. Mother said they threw it away. There's a matchbox inside the drawer.
Okay, get a matchbox, kid. It's super dark in here. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the matchbox? I didn't get the matchbox. No, I didn't get it. Where is it, kid? Left mouse button. Matchbox to pick up light. Oh, wait, it's here! Kid, get the matchbox.
I can now try to light up the room.
Okay, that's good.
Where are you?
Mother, I'm in the basement!
For God's sake, you'll get sick in that place. Get out immediately.
I'm still waiting to hear the prayers, son. What are you waiting for?
You put him there? Why would you do that, Joseph?
It's his behavior that did that to him.
It was good all day. He helped me with the weeds and the food and...
And he talked to a kid at the funeral.
When did this happen? I didn't see him.
Of course you didn't. Because you don't care of this family. I do. I should lock you all downstairs. You all need to learn. Where is she? Where's our daughter?
Jesus. Okay. What type of father would lock their, you know, young boy in the dark basement? Okay, what do we have? Do we have more stuff? It must be something. So this was the staircase here. So maybe it's around this place. Oh, wait. Candle. Oh, candle. Wait. We have a candle.
Mother has dozens of the same in her room. Each has an engraving with a big scary eye inside a triangle.
Of course, she couldn't just have a regular candle. Come on. Where is it? Oh. Come on, magic box plus candles. It's hard to... What the hell?
Help! Mother! Help me!
It's a statue! Quickly press twice left to run. Oh.
You silly. What are you doing? It's me.
Oh, his sister. Oh, of course.
I'm sorry. I thought you were that witch. How many times do I have to tell you? Witches don't exist, and it's just the two of us here.
Victoria.
You're wrong. Father would never lie to us. About what now? About the
What
witch
witches?
that cursed our bloodline. He's just trying to scare us with stories so we don't do anything wrong. And today you did wrong, so he punished you by locking you down here in the dark.
Yeah, that's some punishment.
What did I do? I still don't understand. You talked to that tall boy. Don't you remember? We are not allowed to talk to other people anymore. They are evil. I thought that meant we must avoid adults. How am I supposed to make friends then? Mother said we have each other and God. She's right. I don't think we need anyone else.
What? What do you mean you don't need anyone else?
Why are you here? I heard Father talking to himself before going to get you in your room. So I ran here and hid. But why? You know he's going to be very angry at you once he finds out. Because I've promised I wouldn't let you be alone in the dark again. And when I promise something... You never break a promise. I know. I'm glad you were here. I can't forget our aunt's white face. Me neither. She looked so different. Her head was so bloated and pallid. And her eyes and hair, so dark.
Well, she was dead, so...
The curse did that to her. Don't be ridiculous. She's at peace now. That's all that matters. I hope she is.
Your aunt was once such a beautiful woman, full of life, the perfect creation of God. But her fate was nothing more than a Sunday morning rite, and the witch's curse just a fairy tale story. Evil is everywhere, my dear children. It is hiding in the shadows of this world. It takes form of animals, and it possesses people.
Father, please forgive.
You should look up to your sister. Unlike you, she values God and this family.
It's my fault he went to talk to that boy. I ignored him because I was looking into the coffin and I lost sense of time. Ah, I beg you, don't hurt him anymore.
You must learn to be alone with God. You must learn. You all must learn what true faith is.
Yeah, and beating them, that's gonna help. Jesus.
It was just a dream. I often think about that peculiar day. But I've never relived it so vividly in my dreams. Why now? Why in this place? I need my glasses. I can't even think without them.
Okay, we have a Bible apparently. Let me just increase the audio, because the voice is pretty high, but I need them higher. Get them a little bit higher. Alright, glasses. Okay, we have rosary and Bible. Wait, what's this? Sofa.
Nothing here except a thick layer of dust.
Hmm.
The fabric is full of moth-eaten holes, though too small for my glasses to have fallen through.
Okay.
Ah, here they are. Fallen to the floor, but still intact. Thinking of the dream I had, I don't remember going to sleep at all. We came in, Victoria and Nikolai went upstairs to prepare for the castle, and then... nothing. I must have fainted. I have to talk to Victoria at once.
Right, so this one, he's Benedict, he's the boy in the beginning, and Victoria's his sister. Nikolai is Victoria's husband. And okay, he has a Bible, rosary, and a passport.
I checked it last night. It's useless. There's not enough oil inside.
Okay.
This woman eerily reminds me of Victoria in her younger days. It's locked. Victoria or Nikolai must have found the key and locked it while I was asleep.
Maybe.
Is this meant to represent a basin? Like at the entrance of a church? This is blasphemy. That's not holy water for sure. It has a weird smell. Looks disgusting. I'm staying away from it.
Alright. I mean, it's just gooey water.
Those tall, dark trees strike me with dread, even in daylight. And it seems like I'm not the only one to have that feeling. The path ends abruptly right at the entrance of the forest.
This is a creepy house.
A cold, black fireplace that hasn't been used in ages. The same feeling I'm getting from the rest of the house.
Yeah, great sculpture too. Okay. Let's see what else we got around here. This really gives me some Siberia vibes in terms of the, you know, the work. Like it's all this like 2D and the characters are 3D. Okay, upstairs. No, it's Nikolai.
Nikolai?
Yes, Benedict?
Where's Victoria?
I don't know.
Okay, well, can't you... Can you elaborate on that?
Do you have the key to the house? The door appears to be locked.
I don't know where the key is.
What's with the short answers?
Do you have the slightest idea why Victoria rented this dreary house?
I don't even know how she found it.
Looks like the owner is some kind of artist. Or is at least convinced to be. Very morbid taste. Strange figures.
I agree. I've never seen so many masks in my life. Especially not placed on walls.
That's a strange painting.
It is. Take a better look at it, and tell me what you see.
Why?
Please, do as I say. I'll get to the point.
Okay. Alright, it's a creepy painting.
Mean eyes at the edge of a wicked soul. A snake-like mouth implies a man who cannot be trusted, at the very least.
I think you're reading too much into it. It's just a creepy painting.
That is not a mere shadow. It's a symbol of darkness, of evilness devouring this lost man.
Again, I think you're reading too much into all this.
I've taken a closer look at the painting.
You don't recognize this man?
I've never seen him before.
And nothing happened to you by looking at him?
Why would anything happen to me?
Last night, after your sister and I came upstairs, she was getting ready for the castle, and I was standing right here, and I wonder, yesterday when we boarded the train, was anyone else in our cabin?
What?
Just the three of us.
But once the train left Budapest, wasn't there a man who came in?
By placing the sign, "Do Not Disturb" on our doorknob, I made sure this wouldn't happen. The only time that door opened was when the conductor peered in to tell us we have arrived at our destination. You haven't answered. Why would anything happen to me? What's wrong with this painting?
I don't know yet. Please, just follow me as I go over yesterday's events. I'll get to the point. And when we left the train station, no one was following us? Didn't Victoria notice him?
Notice whom? Your dear wife was over the moon to have finally arrived at Sveti Kotar. She couldn't stop talking about the place, but said nothing about anyone following us.
Right. And on our way to the house, we stopped at the square. There was a strange ritual taking place, with a gigantic effigy. What was it like?
I mean...
And what about the mass of hooded people that gathered there? It was a dreadful scene.
I remember the goosebumps when hearing the crowd pray as one voice, though.
Let me tell you what happened after that.
Let's see. We found the passages to the house. We entered the house. What did you do? Is it all three, or do I have to choose one specifically?
We found the path which led us to this house. What happened when Victoria knocked?
Well, we realized the door was actually ajar.
And the owner wasn't here. Just silence. Dead awful silence. It gave me chills. Once we entered the house, what did you and your wife do?
I said it before. We went upstairs to prepare for the castle exhibition.
Leaving me to wander alone downstairs in complete darkness. You found nothing odd about the house being empty and unlocked?
I did, but Victoria said it's nothing to worry about. So I just followed her.
We never went to the castle?
You don't remember?
No.
The last thing I remember is searching for a light. And then nothing.
What do you mean?
I mean, everything after was only a dream, but I don't even remember going to sleep. Victoria dragged me into this town to make me attend that piddling exhibition in the castle. We never went there, did we? Which means I left the monastery only to spend a horrible night in this house.
We both fell into an inexplicable void. Something is terribly wrong here.
Yeah. So they can't remember what happened yesterday
Tell me what happened
or
last
last night. Yeah.
What's wrong with this painting? And where's Victoria?
I'm afraid I don't have the answers. What happened is that while I was waiting for her to get ready, my attention was drawn by this painting. Next moment, I was seeing myself relive yesterday's events, with one difference. The man in the painting was there the whole time.
What?
The whole time?
He was in our cabin, and he was that gigantic effigy the inhabitants set on fire. Shortly afterwards, he emerged from the crowd in human form again, unchanged, and then led us towards the house. Once we got here, he jumped on my back and asked me to carry him upstairs. I was happy. I felt like a father carrying his own child.
That's weird.
Carrying this being on your back must have some weird symbolic meaning.
He was holding so tightly that I could feel his long and sharp fingernails penetrate my throat. After we finally got upstairs, I was so upset and in pain that I had to throw him off. I quickly turned around to reprimand him and instead saw a human-sized crow with no eyes and a blood-stained beak. It croaked at me and then soared inside the painting. I wanted to run off, but couldn't. I was in shock, too terrified. That was the moment I woke on the bed, fully dressed and disoriented. Victoria wasn't here.
Why did you ask me all those strange questions about yesterday?
I had to separate the dream from the real, as the dream was startlingly real.
Startlingly real, just like my own dream. We should leave this accursed house at once.
After I woke, I noticed Victoria didn't even sleep on this bed. So I went downstairs to check if she was there, perhaps. I found only you, still asleep on the couch, and the door locked. That's when I started to think.
We have to force our way out of here because we don't have the key.
We are guests in this house, and needless to say, men of God. We must leave without doing any damage. I've already searched this floor for a key, and tried to open the balcony door, but it's locked or stuck in some way.
What about the windows?
Strangely enough, or maybe for a good reason, they are made in a way that prevents them from being opened. Stay here and give it a second look. Whatever you can find that could help us. I'm going downstairs to check. Force should be our last resort to leave. Or maybe we get lucky and Victoria comes back in the meantime.
Let's hurry up then.
So they both don't remember the previous night.
Just don't look at the man in the painting again. We don't want to risk anything.
Oh, come on, don't be scared. It's just a painting, man. You can switch control between two playable characters whenever you see both portraits on the screen. Okay. So now we control Nikolai. And we have the same, like, hotspots.
I didn't notice this painting in the dark last night. I don't like the look of this woman. It's driving me mad.
Dude, you should chillax. They're all paintings.
I don't need that. My eyes fare better in the dark.
That's weird. Why?
It's locked.
Right.
The sun is setting. Darkness will be upon us soon.
Oh, this guy's a cheerful fellow. The darkness will be upon us soon. It's like, yeah, okay. Darkness. Jesus. What the hell? It's red and a key. But Benedict saw it like a greenish liquid.
It doesn't look inviting, but I think I see something in there.
Okay.
Codex Niva, Heart of Pagobice, and Dino Tominic. I've never heard of these works. I need light.
Oh, that's much better. Much better. I like the carpet.
A yellow blanket, wrinkled only on one side of the bed.
Right, because only Nikolai slept in the bed. So where did Victoria sleep?
A giant bowl made out of clay, filled with what seems to be some type of oil.
Can I pick it up? No.
It's a giant tree with dozens of corpses hanging from its branches, and skulls that feed its roots.
Wardrobe downstairs. Empty, of course.
All I see here is a lonely coat rack. If we don't find a civilized way to get out of here soon, this rack could come in handy to do it by force.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's not locked, but rather just stuck. Not sure what's the cause, because both sides of the door are heavily grimed from the outside. It looks like mud, and it has a sickly odor. How did it end up on a balcony? If I could push it back with a stick or something similar, I might be able to open the door.
Okay. So there's something like outside that's keeping the door closed. Okay, let's get the rack then. Although isn't, oh no, because there's plenty of space. Because the rack can't be that thick.
Forgive me, God, but I must take this. I think it'll fit perfectly under the balcony door.
Coat rack, okay. I mean, this house is, you know, it's busted, so come on. It doesn't matter if we, you know, break a coat rack.
I was right. It fits perfectly underneath. Looks like there's mud on the outside. That should be enough to open the door.
Alright, finally.
My God. Nikolai, come upstairs, quickly! You must see this!
Coming!
Come closer. Take a look at this.
Now we only control Nikolai. Alright.
Oh, God.
What the hell?
What is this? It looks like a mixture of earth, blood, and
Flesh.
Crow's head.
all crows look exactly the same to me. But this one seems to be missing its eyes.
Indeed. just like the one in your dream.
Right.
A rotten wooden stick. I don't need it.
This... Oh no, that's just more mud.
Have you noticed these marks on the door? They were unnoticeable with the door closed.
I don't think these are just random marks. It's a symbol, and it looks like it was made by sharp fingernails.
Why would you close the door? Letter.
I've already read it several times.
Okay, but I have no idea what's in the letter. Can you read it?
Think clearer and harder.
No. Okay, the key then. Let's go downstairs. Oh, do I have to show it to him?
An unattainable suggestion.
Okay. Alright, let's go downstairs then.
I have to talk to Benedict first.
Oh. That's okay.
You understand now why I wanted to leave the moment I saw this house?
Calm down, Benedict.
I am calm, but we both don't remember what happened here, and we both had horrible dreams. And now this. Can you still smell that sickly odor? Don't you see the connection with your dream?
Maybe I opened the door last night and saw the crow's head. It could be the reason why I had that dream.
Doubtful. Something else is at work here. The crow looks like it's been recently decapitated, and the mud is still wet. Don't you wonder who did this? And why?
I can't think clearly in here.
Yeah, we should get out.
I found a key inside the stoop.
The key to the entrance door? Inside the stoop?
I believe so. Haven't tried it yet.
At least I won't have to walk over the devilry on the balcony, and risk an injury by jumping below.
You think Victoria could be responsible?
If it wasn't you, or even me, who else could have done it? The man from the painting?
I knew it. Come on. You really think she's capable of such a thing? What's the matter with you?
She may be my sister, but I don't know her anymore. I do know she's playing with things she doesn't understand.
Things she doesn't understand?
Things no one should understand. The symbol, the decapitated head, blood and flesh.
You mean with occultism?
Witchcraft, I believe. She's playing the role of a witch to play with me, unaware of the consequences that will inevitably come.
My wife is not a saint, but to think she's practicing demonic things is insane. You think she made us forget last night and influenced our dreams?
No, but she's the one who picked this house. Not
True.
you, and certainly not me. That was a deliberate choice with a plan.
She brought us here.
And what would that plan be?
I think the castle exhibition was just a lure. Her real intention was to drag me into this town to play with my beliefs and fears.
Okay, you're a little bit like narcissistic with
You
that
really
thinking.
don't know her anymore. What happened between the two of you? She doesn't want to tell me.
She became the same person our aunt was. Godless and incredulous about our father's words. Hopefully he's at a place where he found peace, unaware of my sister's thoughts and acts.
Well, he was beating his children, so I don't think he's in heaven.
The key I found downstairs is probably the key of the main door.
You already revealed your suspicion about the key. Why are you mentioning it again?
I don't know, because that's the dialogue option.
If the key is here, where is Victoria?
I don't know and I don't care. She could have locked the door from the inside, left the key, and then jumped from the balcony.
Okay.
That's my point. It doesn't make any sense. Why would she do that?
I think she found a second key, because no footprints are visible in the mud outside. She didn't jump from the balcony.
Something else must have happened.
Maybe she teleported.
Let's go outside and make a plan to find Victoria. Our minds are being suffocated in here.
No, I've had enough of talking, and I don't intend to search for her. I'm leaving this town at once.
Come on, man, it's your sister.
You can't just leave. She's your sister, for God's sake.
She
Exactly.
stopped being that a long time ago. Just look around and think about everything we discussed today.
Jesus, dude.
I'll say it again. Something else must have happened. There must be a logical explanation to all of this.
Yeah, yeah. Fucking
Why did you
voodoo
even
one.
agree to come here?
Obviously, I wanted to see and feel what it looks like in hell.
Oh, come on, don't
I'm
exaggerate.
not in the mood for joking. Why? She mentioned she had to talk to your superior in the monastery.
And what else could she do? After I declined, the only way to have it her way was to persuade Father Imre. He must have given her his blessings only because of the assignment he had for me. Talk to the local priest about the town. See, there's nothing in the official Vatican archives about Sveti Kotar. And after coming here, I think I know why. Can we go downstairs now? I have a train to catch, and I need to find that priest before then.
I'll accompany you, my brother. It's a small town. We should be able to find Victoria along our way.
He's really upset, Benedict. He just wants to get out. At least we're gonna go into the light. Leave this creepy house.
Before we step outside, you have to promise that once we find your sister, you'll talk to her. There must be no arguments or secrets in this family.
Why do I have a feeling you are not leaving with me?
Can't you reevaluate your decision?
I'm leaving, Nikolai.
We never planned to leave the next day. Didn't she tell you? This house was rented for 3 nights.
She did not. So much about having no secrets between us. Please, leave me alone.
Good day, gentlemen.
Good day, sir.
My name is Martin Mostov. I am a detective in the service of the town of Sveti Kotar.
Okay.
And who's the man in your company?
Dr. Erik Hatur.
Doctor? Mr. Hatur, is somebody hurt?
Dr. Hatur is the warden of the asylum. He helps the local police force with his knowledge of the mind.
Wait, does this guy have... Look at this. Look at this. Look at this portrait. Look at his head. Is he like... Did he have an accident? What the fudge?
Not a man of words, Dr. Hatur.
He prefers to keep quiet, just like your friend here.
How can we help?
Is there anyone else inside the house?
No one. It's just me and him. Why?
Where's the woman?
The house is empty. What's going on?
We came here looking for a woman, only to find 2 scared men.
Are you looking for the owner of the house? Because we don't know where she is.
Hand the key of the house to Mr. Hatur.
Why?
Just do as I say.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Did you say something?
I heard nothing.
Are we free to go now, Martin?
No, you both have to follow me.
Why?
Where are you taking us?
Down to the police station where everything will be explained to you.
What prevents you from discussing the matter right here and now?
I'm not in the position to do that. There's a hierarchy I have to respect.
Okay.
Yes, I'd like to know as well. Why do we have to follow you?
Orders from above.
How can we trust you to be what you say you are?
What's with the face? You never seen a photo of a man with an intact head? It was taken before the incident.
Who is the woman that you seek?
The woman's name is,
Victoria. What for? Why do you need her?
Sir, everything will be explained to you in the station. Now, if you don't mind, please follow me.
Whatever harrowed you through last night, it'll be nothing compared to what will happen if you do not obey.
Obey. Interesting. Dr. Hatur. Do as requested or push? Well, I don't know the guy, so...
Benedict, what do you say?
We have no choice.
All right. We'll do as you say.
Come.
I don't like Dr. Hatur. Oh, great.
I guess one could get lost by looking at this mirror for too long. It's so dark that I can't see my own reflection. Anyone on the other side?
Yeah, it's a double-sided mirror, right?
I have a train to catch.
Yeah, I need to leave, please. Also, I'm claustrophobic.
Why am I being held here like some kind of sinner? Can someone tell me what this is about? I think I heard someone. I did nothing wrong, and you have no authority over me. Let me go!
Place all your belongings inside the box. Push it back into the wall once you're done. Don't try to deceive us. We'll know.
What am I... Okay. Oh, in here. Okay. Don't try to deceive us. Okay, so this is just the police station, basically, right? We're being interrogated and they want to see what we have on us.
I'm not giving my Bible to anyone, even at the cost of being tortured and executed.
Oh. Really?
I still remember my father's exact words. This Bible is part of your body now. At all costs, you must keep it until death comes.
Alright.
I trust you for now, but at the end of the process, you'll be searched thoroughly. Decisions have consequences in this town, little priest. Now, please step into the light so we can begin.
It's a funny thing, is like decisions have consequences, and the one thing that and this decision that's taken away from you because you can't give the Bible away.
You seem to obey orders, unlike your brother in the other room. Admirable.
He's just a brother-in-law.
So, Benedict. What a strange surname. Donani?
Dochnani.
Whom do you serve, Benedict Dochnani?
I serve only God.
We all do. But you serve him in a different way. Don't you, little priest?
I'm
Who's
a
this
monk
guy?
among the ranks of the Pauline Order.
Ah, monkhood. A way of life in solitude and silence with God. Many believers say it's the only way to be near our Maker. What can you tell me about that brother of yours? Nikolai Kali-a-Kin.
He is a deacon.
That's not what he said to us. Are you trying to lie to me? How could he serve God if he's married to your sister?
He abandoned the path to priesthood to marry her. Deacons are allowed to serve in both houses.
After such a horrible past, God had to make it up to him.
What do you mean?
His orphanage days. The mass grave they found at the orphanage.
What?
What?
You must have heard about the witch nun from Minsk.
Vaguely. I was very young back then.
Your brother was there. You saw all those decaying child corpses in the backyard. It's horrible just thinking about it.
Okay, that's...
I know nothing about him and his past.
I think you're just trying to protect him. It's useless. We'll find out everything we want to eventually.
It's the truth. I barely spoke a word to the man before coming here.
Quite an interesting family.
Yeah, a broken family.
What time is it, officer?
Time is not relevant in this moment of your life.
I'm under the jurisdiction of the Vatican. You have to let me go.
The church can do nothing for you here. You, like everyone else in this town, answer to me and our patron saint only.
Who are you?
Now tell me, what brings the three of you to our little town? It's a long journey from Budapest.
Refuse to answer. No, let's play along.
We were invited to attend the exhibition at the castle.
And who invited you?
Nobody invited me. It was my sister who was invited and who made me come along.
You're lying to me. No strangers allowed to get into the castle. Invitations don't exist. Tell me the real reason.
I was dragged here by my sister. What does it matter after all? We never made it there.
Continue obscuring the truth, and you'll end up dragged into Akhrizat for eternity. Nikolai is a liar. He's already doomed. But you, I feel you're different. You're not like him. We know your sister was at the castle last night. She was seen by multiple witnesses. Tell me everything I need to.
But I don't remember anything about the castle.
Are you sure that was Victoria at the castle? How was that possible? You said strangers are not welcome.
There's some voices in the background. Huh.
Has anyone seen me or Nikolai there? I have to confess that something happened in the house we spent the night in. I don't know what exactly, but it was Victoria. She did this to me. Officer? Can you hear me?
Is anyone on the other side?
Complete nothingness.
Did they leave?
Let me out! Finally, am I free to leave now?
You both have to come with me. Again.
Why?
Oh, where?
Beyond the wall of crosses. At last, the grandiose Church of Mary. After so many centuries, still here, still holding up against...
What are we doing here?
I'm not at liberty to talk about anything. Now walk. The chief is expecting you.
Do you have any idea why we are here?
No, but I know what this place is. I overheard 2 officers talking at the station.
I heard the detective say this is the Church of Mary.
The officers referred to it as the Heart of Darkness. Said they've never been here until today.
Judging by the architecture, I'd say the church was built in medieval times. I was told Victoria was seen at the castle last night.
They told me the same, and I don't know what to think. Let's not talk about it here.
Ever heard of the witch nun from Minsk?
I see. So they told you about my orphanage days.
Victoria knows you were an orphan?
Please. I don't want to talk about it.
Did they ask you anything about the house?
No, but I suspect they will. The warden is here, inside the churchyard.
I can't believe this is happening to me. Never mind. All entrapped within heavy iron cages.
That's weird. Wait. Can't talk to the detective.
Someone's in the driver's seat. He looks tense, wildly moving his hands and head as if threatened. Someone's in...
Oh, sorry. No one.
Ah, you made it past the wall of crosses. Through tall trees, unmarked paths, and unnatural, dreadful silence. Into the heart of darkness where you invited us to meet.
Also a bug with Nikolai. He keeps moving. Nikolai, just chillax, dude. You can stop the animation, okay?
What is this place? Why are we here?
This church was built with one purpose only. To repel evil from the Carcassa forest. It failed miserably, and was absorbed by darkness instead.
We invited you?
You have, with your deeds.
I
What
don't
does that mean?
understand.
Chief, we'd appreciate it if you could tell us what's going on.
Words are unnecessary. Light always reveals. Lights on, officer! Now, take a good look.
Dude, can you stop already? Jesus Christ. Blood.
God.
Okay, hangman. So, what does that have to do with us?
What? Tell us, why are we here?
Lights off! Ranko Merzel, the beloved mayor of Sveti Kotar, hanging up there all alone with a dreaded yellow mask. Underneath the mask, he has nothing left. His face ripped off, his eyes gouged out and eaten. His skull cut open, and parts of his brain eaten. All whilst alive, tortured cruelly by the Moon Ghouls, or those that want to become one. In the very end, his chest and abdomen were torn and his heart ripped out, to be devoured.
Yeah, the game looks really good. It's looks very realistic and, you know, very nicely stylized.
His body is still up there. How could you possibly know all these things?
Oh, Toxin!
We don't have to pull him
Thanks for coming
down to
on.
know what happened. We've seen this too many times in our lives.
Okay, so what?
Who are the Moon Ghouls?
Saborans is their name. Servants of the moon demons. Some people believe they're not humans, but rather evil entities that take human form. We don't know who they are. They're hiding in the shadows, impossible to find.
I should save after this.
This is a horrific crime scene. We shouldn't be here.
Is this the way you welcome strangers in your town?
We know the mayor was murdered by Nermin, a man who decided to worship the moon deities. The past teaches us we are unable to see the true soul of other people, no matter how close they are to us.
So you interrogate strangers and tell them of the existence of malicious beings, and in the end you show them their prey?
Nermin didn't feast on the mayor's corpse alone. There was someone else who joined the ritual.
Oh, don't tell me.
The name Nermin doesn't mean anything to us.
We're here for the first time in our lives, Chief. What do you want from us?
Lies. All lies. Where's Victoria? Or should I call her Petra instead?
What do you mean?
We know she used the name Petra when introducing herself around town.
Our mother's name.
We just don't know where she's hiding, and we need you to tell us.
We don't know where she's either.
We don't know. When we woke, she wasn't in the house.
It was our plan to go looking for her, but then your men intercepted us. We don't know where she is.
Why do you think she's hiding?
Do not try to make a fool of me. She was seen pushing a man from the castle roof last night, and when we found his severed head, he wore a yellow mask. We know she helped Nermin. Her scratch pad was found up in the belfry amongst pieces of human flesh. If you want us to search for her, fine. Once we find her, she'll face the same fate as Nermin. They'll beg us to end their lives.
Why would she help Nermin, a complete stranger to her?
The Saborans cult needed a witch among them. Morbidity and the occult fascinate her. She's your sister, you should know that.
This is insane. My wife would never do harm to anyone, let alone join a cannibal cult.
Who was the man she allegedly pushed from the roof?
We're still trying to fish his body parts from the chasm below the castle. Whoever he was, he's just one piece of the puzzle.
How can you be so sure of her guilt? What proof do you have?
We found her belongings in the belfry, and her coat in the woods, not so far from here.
Coat? How do you know it's hers?
A coat, badly damaged, with blood stains. Her wallet and personal ID were inside, but we also found something else next to it. An eviscerated fetus.
What?
My sister was pregnant?
She still is. Don't you understand what they're trying to do here?
Victoria sacrificed her unborn child to the moon demons.
No. This is not possible. She would never.
We know she's hiding somewhere, and we know you're lying, which makes you her and Nermin's accomplices. She even tried to make us believe she killed herself after the murders.
How did she do that?
An accomplice? I fell asleep the moment we entered that house. I am a man of God. How dare you put such sin on my soul?
I've seen many people say or think they're godly men. That means nothing. Faith is more than mere words.
Why do you think she tried to fake her own death?
There was a suicide note in her coat. Many have taken their own lives in this forest. She thought she could trick us with a message of repentance. Pathetic. You clearly don't have any intention to help us, but we might have
I helped
means
along
to
the
change
way.
her mind.
What? That's crazy. We were
Chief,
collaborating all the
Do you
time.
really think we would be lying? Is my wife really capable of committing such atrocities?
Look around. Can you smell death? Can you sense wickedness? Of course I believe that. This is a cursed land. And I don't know who you are, and I don't trust you. None of you. Take them away. Make them talk.
Gentlemen, you know how this works. Follow me.
This is so weird. We were
Why have we
collaborating
stopped,
all...
Detective?
Someone needs to help you out. I'm letting you go.
What?
All of a sudden you want to help us? Why?
Your sister came here to join a madman? She chose this town to fulfill her occult desires? And you're helping her to hide. That's insane. Maybe she got kidnapped by Nermin and... I don't know. You must find her as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Chief Noren will be furious with you.
I never lie to him. Or at least it's what he thinks. He won't question my decision to let you leave. But you have to give me your word you won't leave town. We have your passports, but one can always find a way out if he wants to.
We promise.
I wouldn't question a word from two priests.
I promise.
Start your search with the warden.
Why? What?
Dr.
Why
Kotar?
him?
I was with him last night before the incident at the castle. He was already looking for Victoria.
Before the incident? Are you sure?
My head injury sometimes makes me have memory lapses, but you don't have to question my intelligence.
Well, we didn't say that.
I'm sorry, but I knew it. The moment I saw that man, I knew there was something creepy about him.
I don't know how, but he might be somehow connected with her disappearance.
Okay.
Could he be found at a mental hospital?
Oh no. You can't possibly get to the Marov Asylum. It's off limits for non-staff or non-inmates. The doctor resides at the only lodge in this town, the Goldine Lodge. That's where you should go first.
Where's
Alright,
this
where's it?
lodge located?
From here, go down towards the lake. Once you reach the shore, go left. You can't miss it.
Why did he stay at the house while we were being interrogated?
He wanted to make sure Victoria wasn't there, but to tell you the truth, I think he had other reasons. I'm not sure.
What time is it?
I don't know, but it's getting late and you should act immediately.
The train is about to leave soon.
Yeah, but he said you're not gonna leave.
Could you give me my belongings back?
That I cannot do. I'm sorry.
We have to go now.
A few words of advice before we part ways. There is a reason why this town looks desolate, even in broad daylight. Don't get yourself fooled by the lights you see here. This soil is cursed, and the air tainted with wickedness. I know you can sense it. It's the opposite of what you're used to. Be wary while wandering around. Under no circumstances you should go into the forest or onto the mountain. They are forbidden. Stick to the town. The Moon Ghouls are impossible to find, except for when it's too late for oneself. God bless you all. I hope you find salvation in spite of the horror all around you.
Oh, thanks for the pep talk.
We have to split, Benedict. I'm going to the lodge. You should go back to the house, in case Victoria comes back.
I don't know my sister anymore. I don't know my...
Oh, sorry.
She became a person I've dreaded my whole life. She's a devil worshipper, a murderer, a person acting against God.
Why is he saying all this? Like, why does he just believe it without any, like, no actual evidence that he was, you know, he was able to analyze?
Who is she? How could she change so much?
Since when do you trust other people? They are lying, Benedict. Victoria is innocent.
Did she drag me here to sacrifice me? Like she did with her unborn child?
Hey, she did not do that. Our child is not dead. The chief is lying. Before this journey, when was the last time you saw her?
A couple of years ago, I guess.
I see and talk to her every waking hour since we married. People don't change that much. She's a good person.
They don't change. They just strip the facade and show their true self. If they are lying, how do you explain her scratch pad in the belfry?
I don't know.
And what about her coat? Or the fact that she used my mother's name to introduce herself?
We should ask if this is true. The only person she spoke to after arriving here is the lady from the souvenir shop over there.
Don't forget, she was seen pushing a man from the castle's roof by multiple witnesses.
Maybe she was assaulted. We don't know who that man is. And what really happened last night.
That's true, actually.
If
we don't know.
succeed in finding her soon, going to the castle is something we should consider. And this is partly on us. If we weren't so weak, we wouldn't have been drowned into a nightmarish cycle of dreams. Just look around you. It's already night, for God's sake.
I've noticed. It means we slept for more than half a day.
Even when dead tired, one can never sleep that much. It's unnatural. The house definitely did this. Because we were weak.
Oh, you don't have to blame yourself.
It's my fault? It was her idea to make me come here, and she picked that damned house. How do you explain the balcony horror?
You're right. I'm sorry. I don't know how to explain many things. I'm just trying to find a meaning in all this madness.
Yeah.
We should move, brother. She might already be back at the house. Or in danger at the hands of that warden.
No. I'm leaving.
You shouldn't.
You what?
I'm leaving. Going back to Budapest.
You won't make it past the border. You don't have your passport.
I'll be fine.
No, you won't.
Given the circumstances, Father Imre will understand why I didn't talk to the priest of Sveti Kotar.
But he will judge you if you leave your sister here.
Benedict is such a pussy, seriously.
I don't care about Victoria and what she got into. God will be her judge.
God will condemn you for leaving your sister to die here. Open your eyes! She's the only real family you have.
My family died the day my father left us. I'm with God alone now.
If you leave, you will pursue your own selfish desires, not his will and words. She was accused wrongly. You need to stay here and help me find her in the name of faith.
You think she might be back at the house?
Could be. It's the only place where she knows we might be. Are you going to help me?
Just say yes.
I'm going to the house, and if she's there, I'm leaving at once.
You both wait on me, but stay out of the house and hide somewhere outside. The warden or the police might come back. I'm going to the lodge. Be careful.
Alright, so we split up. And we have control over Benedict. Okay, let's save. This is gonna be livestream 001. Save. Alright. What do we have? What do we have? Okay. Lots of okay. Notice board. Effigy, yeah, let's see what happened here first.
Only dust remains of the thing that was set on fire last night. For some people, this stone is the only hope they have left.
Poster.
Young Kadia, missing his love since June. Beloved wife and mother, Melita Lavnyak, missing since October 1991 at the entrance of Carcassa.
What the?
Haven, last seen on the last day of February 1993. Our beloved priest and friend. Anyone found my legs yet?
Is that supposed to be a joke from Kickstarter backer? Video on my legs yet?
Ivan Kotar, Sanctus Patronus.
Patron saint of the town.
It's barely readable. That must read Sveti Kotar, and that should be the coat of arms of Croatia, the chessboard.
That is just going to another area of the city.
It leads towards the bridge to the police station.
Right.
I'm not going in that direction now.
Hi Dave, hello, welcome. Okay, and what's here then? Oh. Okay. It's a store?
White and red squares, a Croatian version of the chessboard.
Is there someone else
I'm
here?
no expert, but I'm pretty confident this is a 15th century map of Europe. Everything in this town revolves around that troubling period of human history.
Yeah, troubling period of human history is like, when was there not a troubled period of human history?
Assum Tavruli at the top, and the other two are Malleus Maleficarum by Heinrich Kramer, and an unnamed manuscript by Herodotus. What a strange taste for books.
This is a creep.
Is it?
I'd like to ask you some questions.
About what?
Different things. Maybe you could help me?
A stranger.
Could you come out of the room?
No, and I don't want to talk to you.
Great service.
Take a look at my inventory. Read some books. Do whatever you want. I don't care about those knockoffs. And take a sample of the town's map from the desk. That way you can't say I didn't help you.
But
Stop talking. I want silence.
Shouldn't you just close the store if you want silence? Alright. Bible. So where's the map? Okay, tasks. Investigate the castle, talk to Victoria, talk to the town's priest, talk to Ida, the shopkeeper, wait in the house. Map. Sveti Kotar, Golden, Hali, that's the lake, Carcassa, the forest. Huh. Udav, Vimalda, the castle maybe? Huh. Okay. Completed. We have the house and hand of belongings. Okay. Ooh, there's images too. Nice. Wait, attack to Ida, the shopkeeper. Oh, that's for the souvenir shop. Okay. Alright. I mean, there's nothing else. Let's go outside. Let's talk to the shopkeeper. So I can't go up, because that's the police station. But I can go here. This is the shop, right? At least, if I remember from the demo, the shop was here. Yeah. And this was the like a tavern. Yeah, there we go. See the shop.
Suvenirnica Lavenjak. Ah, the drawing makes perfect sense. Lav in Croatian should mean lion. Tiny chairs of torture and bells. I must say they are faithfully recreated to the smallest detail. It evokes a repulsive feeling, and I guess that is its purpose, but I'm not sure it's something God would approve of, no matter the cause.
Come on, it's a cool robe. What do you mean?
Statues and death masks of Saint Kotar, and some small-sized replicas of the torture wheel.
Ida.
They look so awkward and unnatural, as if made by someone who never saw them living. Weird executioner masks. They genuinely look old. A strange, tiny-sized tree with red leaves growing out of a head vase makes it even stranger, if not morbid.
Come on, that's not morbid. It's actually nice. Okay.
Madam?
Do I look like a madam to you?
Well...
You're going to make me blush, sir. Welcome to my little hut. My name's Ida. Ida Lavnjak.
Yeah, Ida, just don't smoke as much, because your voice, girl, damn. How do you like it so far? I mean, given the fact that I've played, you know, the initial demo when the game was on Kickstarter, I knew it was a slower paced game. So far there hasn't been anything like majorly new compared. I mean, yes, there's been, you know, some different things, but it's kind of the same pacing. So I don't know. I mean, I like the visual style, that's for sure, but I knew I would like it because I again played the Yellow Mask, right? That was the demo, kind of prologue. So I played that, so I like definitely the visual style. The setting is really nice. The music, the voiceover also works really well. It's just that it's just very slow. So I think I need to play, a lot more to get a good bearing as to, how I feel about it. Like in terms of the gameplay and the story and the characters, right? Like I just need to play more. So I'm definitely gonna. Well, I think I'm gonna do more live streams, because one, I don't think it's gonna be enough.
Your last name is Lavnjak, right?
Not a hard guess. It's on the sign.
Melita is your mother?
Was. Why?
I don't think
What
it's
happened
awful.
to her?
We don't know. She just disappeared. Exactly 5 years ago yesterday.
Did she die or just go missing?
I remember it as if it were yesterday. We went to the church, prayed, wore the disciple dresses, scared some kids. So much fun and joy. A long time ago she came up with this crazy thought. When I grow up, we will have a day only for us.
Oh.
Just the two of us, without father. And so, over the years, it became a tradition. Father was so jealous, but happy. We were all happy. Anyway, tired and feeling sick, I chose to go home that day, right before the Effigy Ritual.
And no, you know what? I think that. So the main characters, I don't mind the voice acting. I think the secondary characters, maybe like for example the detective. he sounds like a little bit like he's not like there's something off about the detective and the chief especially. Like it's not, I don't know what it is exactly, but they seem off. When it comes to Benedict and Nikolai, it's fine. I don't think it's bad. I just, you know what, I don't understand, like the writing a little bit sometimes, especially with Benedict. Like he's scared, he's against everyone, he's supposed to be a man of God, but he's very negative. It's like he has a disdain for humans, for other people, right? Even his own sister. So in that regard, I feel he's a weird character, you know, like a weird character in a bad way. Like I don't understand him. Why is he behaving like that? He's just like a recluse who was beaten as a child, and now he doesn't want to like anyone, and he only cares about God. Then if that's the case, why would he come here? Right, he was technically forced by Father Imre, but even so, it's like it's like he doesn't care. Like he looks down on people, and it's just him and God, and that's, you know, and also the fact that he believes everything. Like he literally didn't see anything. He just doesn't remember what happened the previous night, but he'll take the word of strangers, you know, that accuse his sister of being a cannibal, of killing her fetus, of murdering a man. Is like anyone who would hear that, even if you're estranged by, you know, about your estranged, you know, sibling. Like, how can you believe something like that unless your sibling was, you know, you knew them to be evil, to be capable of something like that. But if they've never acted in that sense before, and it seems like she hasn't, then why would you believe such awful things about your sister? It's like, you know, like he's so, you know, it's very weird. It's like he doesn't, it's like he just like, oh, it's enough. It was more like, and I don't think people behave like that for the most part. So I don't know what happened in his, you know, either he's not written that well, or there's more to it that we don't know in regard to him and his sister.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked.
It's all right. On my way out of here, I turned around and she looked at me with those beautiful green eyes, and I remember seeing them change color. Her neck bent awkwardly, both eyeballs instantly became blood red, and I heard her screaming even if her mouth didn't open. We don't know what exactly happened to her, but since it was a full moon night, we just knew.
Forgive me, but
that's fucked up. And I don't believe it. That's...
You didn't ask around if anyone saw something?
Father did, and the only information he managed to get after all these years is that she was last seen entering the Carcassa forest, alone.
So she wasn't actually taken away?
Of course she was. I don't believe what the police said. Why would she go into the forest on her own? She was terrified of it. It just doesn't make any sense. Nothing makes sense anymore.
Something is off here.
No, everything is off. See, that's another thing. Like, so, like, this woman is telling a story which is like horrific and strange, and this guy's like, yeah, something is off here. It's like, wait, have you heard of stuff like that happening? Like people becoming, you know, like demons or whatever, like acting like they're possessed. It's like they live in a world where someone tells you that they're moon ghouls, and there's a cult that, you know, they do cannibalism, and like, and you're not even like, what? Are you crazy? Like, what are you talking about? Like, what is this place exactly? Like, it's like it's a different world, but it's in the middle of the continent, you know. It's such, and they kind of take it as face value. And people, I mean, sure, the people who live in Saint Kotar, Sveti Kotar, because Saint Kotar is the patron saint, but Sveti Kotar is the town. Okay, they've seen some crap, so they're fine with that. But these guys, you know, Benedict and Nikolai, they come from outside. So what the hell was their life before that? Because, I mean, I don't know what time this is, but they have a cash register, they have lights, they have electricity, so this must be at least the second half of the 20th century. I mean, if someone in the second half of the 20th century told me that, you know what, there are moon ghouls in these forests, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Where did you get that from? Like, you know, like, just, you know, it's like this place is so isolated while it's in the middle of a continent in the relatively recent times. I don't even know how recent. I mean, this could be the 70s, it could be the 80s, maybe the 80s, because if this is like I don't know, I don't really know exactly when this is, but they have. I mean, the cars look, you know, at least, you know, maybe the 60s. So,
Are you sure her eyes changed color?
Absolutely. Why?
You said they were blood red, right?
Correct.
The same color as the leaves on this tiny tree you have.
So?
Maybe in the moment you saw the blood red color of the leaves, your mind just thought it was her eyes.
No, Benedict. Her neck bent and her eyes turned blood red, and I heard her scream.
Memories can be deceitful.
I planted this tree after she went missing, because the color of its leaves reminded me of that day. It reminds me of her. And my guilt. Notice the vase. That's her. That's my mother's face. I recreated her entire head.
Surely a morbid way to remember a loved one.
Yeah, in the forests of Europe. Yeah, it's really weird. It's like these people live in they're set in a time that exists or existed, but it's a different world where it's all darker and people are not surprised by like supernatural stuff, you know? I don't know.
I already know your name.
How? Do I know you?
Not really, but you know my sister. I was with her last night.
But she said she was Ida.
Yes, I remember now. The shy and anxious older brother, Benedict. Or should I say, monk Benedict.
She said that?
No, sir. It's just the way you looked. Why didn't you come closer when we called you?
Her eyes focused somewhere behind me, with a weary and terrified gaze.
It's alright. You don't have to answer. Where's Victoria?
I don't know. I was hoping you could help me. Have you seen her today?
No, I don't think so.
Last night, did she come back after we left the square?
There were a lot of people here long after that, and I was preparing to close, so I really couldn't say. What's going on?
She disappeared.
Oh no, not her, not again. I hope she's not another victim of the moon.
Yeah, if there was actually a town in Croatia that had, at the very least, like probably a train, right? Because they came here by train, I think. And you know, the people there were burning an effigy once a year, and the people went missing, and there was a curse of the moon and like cannibals in the forest. You would know about it. Like, people would know about it around. It wouldn't be just like, you know, like, oh, this is what happens. Like, no, because you can't be that isolated, so I don't get it exactly.
She was seen pushing a man from the castle's roof last night.
Allegedly.
I heard about that accident this morning. She did that. She really pushed that man.
Eyewitnesses saw her.
Liars. Who are these people?
Does it really matter?
Of course!
You believe their story. You really think she did it?
See, that's exactly the thing, is like, he's talking as if every single piece of information that strangers gave to him, he took to heart. And people don't do that. If someone told me that my brother did some horrible things, I would not believe it. Because that's how the human mind works. That's, you know, like, so this is psychology. This is psychology 101. Like, no, it's human behavior 101. It's not even psychology, because it predates everything. right? Like humans just behave like that. There's nothing, you know. It's, you know, we just, this is just something that you can observe because it's obvious, right? You don't need proof or science to prove that you know, people don't believe, you know, when they hear something very strange about their own sibling, you know. So it's very weird that this character is like, he's very, I don't know, he's very unrealistic, you know, at least in my view. Nikolai, not so much. Nikolai, he's concerned about his wife. He was questioning what he was remembering, so that's why he, you know, asked Benedict about what happened. So he was trying to piece together what's real and what was not, which someone who's in a you know, altered state would do, which is normal, right? Like you wanna get your bearings, so you want to decide, you want to, well, not decide, you want to know what's true or not, right? Because that's how you know, proceed, by knowing, you know, what's true, and you can anchor yourself to the truth, to reality, and then you separate the things that are, you know, maybe, you know, illusions, maybe weird dreams, maybe, you know. Whereas Benedict, he's like, yeah, I'm with God, but fuck you all. It's like, come on.
You've heard about the mayor.
Heard what?
He's dead.
They found his body in the forest.
What? Who told you that?
The police forced me to see it. The body was hanged from the belfry of the Church of Mary. Mutilated, disemboweled, and half-eaten by the crows.
Those animals. I'm sorry you had to see that. Poor Mayor. I'll light up a candle for him today.
That's another thing. You, like, what type of police would behave like that? You know what? We're gonna take these people and they're suspects. Okay, either arrest them or don't do anything at all. Why would you bring them to the body? It doesn't make any sense. You bring more people to like a murder scene, they might contaminate something. So you don't do that. Why? You know, that's like to scare them. And then again, the detective is letting them go, which is another absurd thing. It's like, you know what? You're suspects, and you know everyone's keeping, you know, the police is keeping an eye on you, but you know, the detective just decided to let you go. It doesn't make any sense, you know? Yeah. I mean, maybe she feels pity because, like, she would feel pity for anyone who dies. Maybe that's the thing. Because you don't have to feel pity, and you know, you can feel sorry for someone dying, and so that's not necessarily, maybe, that, you know.
What can you tell me about Nermin?
Never seen him, but have heard and retold many stories about him. What do you want to know?
Okay, let's see about Nermin.
It's a small town. How come you've never seen him?
Because he's one of those who lives under the moonlight, while the rest of us do our best to keep away from it.
A moon ghoul?
The worst of them all.
What does that mean, a moon ghoul?
I feel lost now. Why are you asking me all these questions? And you didn't answer me. You think your sister pushed that man? You really think she's capable of doing it? I know her very little, but I know those accusations that are absurd.
Exactly. They're absurd.
She is capable, and I believe she did it. Listen carefully.
I mean, I mean, the Yellow Mass had some issues like that too, so it's not like...
Her husband Nikolai and I are now suspects. The police think we are hiding her somewhere, which makes us look like accomplices of Nermin.
No, that's another thing. Like, if they're considered accomplices, they would be arrested, or at least held for questioning. Because think about it like this. Like, yeah, okay, in best case scenario, which best case scenario would mean the most law-abiding police force in the world. Let's assume that, right? If someone is a suspect, you can still hold them for probably at least 24 hours. I mean, I don't know what the laws are in Croatia in the 1960s, but it would, like 60s, 70s, I don't know when this thing is. But I bet you could just hold people without any warrant, or without arresting them, or without, you know, pressing like formal charges. You can still hold them for probably at least a day. maybe even longer. I don't know but definitely you can hold them at least 8 hours. And they're just like, you know, they went into a small interrogation, then they took them to see a body, like, okay, and then, you know, the detective let them go. Like, that makes fucking sense. It's very weird. I don't, but you know what, I want to see what, like, how it goes first, because, you know, maybe, I don't know.
She did something to keep us stuck in the house. We woke up having no memory of what happened last night. At the same time, she was seen by multiple witnesses pushing a man from the roof.
Allegedly.
In the vicinity of Merzel's body, they found her coat and other belongings. She was there. She did it. She helped Nermin.
See again.
I don't know
Why
what to
is
say,
he so
except that
certain?
Victoria is a good person. She looks so gentle and vulnerable, like a butterfly. I refuse to believe these things, but I could be wrong. I'm sorry, Benedict. How can I help?
I don't know. Maybe you can't. Maybe only God can do something. Not even God. She's lost forever.
See, like, again, she's lost. So, okay, this is supposed to be a monk, a man of God, and he is he hates people. He hates his own sister. He's like, she's lost forever. Tell me what type of man of God looks at another human being and says they are lost forever? If you're a follower of God, if you're a follower of Jesus, like, you know that God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit would never give up or on any human. Any human can be saved. No one is beyond, you know, salvation, because God loves, you know, its creations. That's the whole thing. You can, I mean, I'm not saying that there's like there are no people like that. There are people like that that don't understand like what God is supposed to be at all. Especially with the New Testament. Like, no, God loves humans. That's the point. At least the New Testament, God loves humans. That's the whole point of the New Testament. Like, you are loved by God. You're not. God doesn't just abandon you. He's not the old God of the Old Testament. He doesn't punish you and kill you like right away. He thinks you can be saved. He sent his son to be sacrificed for your sins to save your souls, you know? I have not played the Black Mirror series, no. So that's the thing, that is like, he's a man of God, but he hates humans. He's like, you don't get it then. Like, you're just a guy who thinks you're better than everyone, and you're gonna have salvation. You're gonna go to heaven, but fuck everyone else, because they're all sinners and they're gonna go to hell, and especially your sister. It's like he's not even trying to save her. He's like he abandoned his family, and not only that, he abandoned like his family years ago because he didn't talk to his sister. There's this thing that his sister came out of nowhere, you know, to invite him to something, and she fooled Father Imre, but he was still forced to go. Come on, I mean, he's a suck up to Father Imre, but he doesn't give a crap about his sister, you know. No, I really haven't played the Black Mirror. No, you have to play it. Well, you know what? If you want me to, like, if you want to force me to play it, and I'm saying force in a nice way. It's not for, like, you know, not actually force. If you want to make sure that I play the Black Mirror series, then you can become a supporter. And one of the perks of being a supporter on Locals, $4 a month. One of the perks is that you can tell me what to play every Monday on livestream. So someone actually did something like suggested me playing The Longest Journey, and I mentioned that, you know what, if you're a supporter, you can, and they joined, they became a supporter, and, you know, I played The Longest Journey. So just so you know, this is an opportunity, you know, for everyone to be, you know. But I really did not play the Black Mirror series. It was on before my time. It's just I missed games at certain points in my gaming history, because I've been playing on the PC since 2000, but, you know, like, you miss stuff, you know, just like movies. I haven't seen the Titanic, so, you know, take that for what it's worth.
What book are you reading?
The Divine Comedy. I needed something to cheer me up.
So where's Dante now?
Who?
Dante, the hero of the book? In what part of the book are you now?
Oh yes, how silly of me. He's in a dark forest and there are beasts he cannot evade. I think they symbolize something else.
Well,
Sins.
duh.
The beasts represent the self-indulgent, the violent, and the malicious.
Oh, that's interesting. You know, the book intrigued me because the descriptions of where he is in the beginning reminded me of this valley. Does that make sense to you? I told this to my father and he scolded me right away.
You are quite right, madam.
Now all we need is our Virgil to rescue us.
Is she reading the Divine Comedy like it's a fairy tale where there's a hero and that saves, I don't know, the fair maiden? That's weird. Anyway.
Where should I look for Victoria? She won't come out in the open. It would be too risky.
Well, if I were you, I'd start my search in the forest.
But I'm not supposed to go in the
Carcassa?
forest.
Udav Mountain could be a good place to start too.
Also
but
the
I've
mountain,
never
I'm
been
supposed to
there,
go there.
so I can't give guidance.
Carcassa and Udav are forbidden places, aren't they?
I don't believe what they say about them. The forest is a beautiful place. The tall trees, Pepel, the river spring and the silence. Listen. Search the forest. Make sure not to get caught while entering, and keep your eyes open once inside. You'll be fine.
It's like, no, I'm not fine in the town, least of all in the forest.
Who decided to forbid these places?
Ironically, the same man that was found dead in the heart of the forest, Mayor Ranko Merzel.
You think his death had something to do with the decision?
No, I don't know. The proof of fate is a decree that he put in place soon after taking control of the town. It's a decree that compels people to stay away from the places on the list, and to report suspicious activities and misbehavior.
Such as?
Blasphemous and heretical talk, to name a few. But the decree's main objective is to find and execute those against or unfaithful to God.
See, that's another thing I don't believe.
She sounds like she doesn't approve of this.
I guess it's a good thing. I don't know.
That's another thing that I don't believe, that a mayor just made a decree that there's blasphemous talk that you can't do and you can't go in certain areas around. Like, does he even have jurisdiction over the forest? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, if this was in, let's say, the 16th century. If this was in the 16th century, I would believe that, you know, the priest who was the Catholic priest, by the way, it has to be Catholic, because you would have the whole, you know, Catholic Church behind you and the Pope, whatever, right? Could make something like a decree like that, and, you know, people would be scared and they would not go because, you know, they would believe in the authority of the church and they would fear and whatever. But in the 20th century, no one would go for something like that. It's crazy, especially not in Croatia. I mean, what I'm supposed to believe that in communist times, you know, a small town, even regardless, no matter how small, a small town decided to impose some sort of religious law, and the authorities never heard of it and allowed it. Yeah, that's you know.
You don't adhere to the law.
Not in this case, at least not entirely. You know. And please don't say this to anyone, or you'll have me tortured and killed, alright?
Oh, come on!
Go on. I promise.
Carcassa has been like my second home in the last few years. I can't get enough of its silence. I know what you are going to say. It's dangerous, dark, and forbidden. But listen to me. Sometimes it gets dangerous, true. And the mayor's death proves it. But isn't that normal? It's life. It's people.
It's life? Everything here feels rotten and reeks of death.
Don't say that. And don't talk to others this way. If we stop dreaming and lose hope, what do we have left? Look, I don't know if you should go into the forest. I don't want to get you in trouble or killed. I have no idea where you should look, really. I'm sorry. Oh, wait, I have something here. It might not tell you where to go, but at least give you some orientation. A map of the town and its surroundings. How does that sound?
Thank you, but I already have one.
Oh, good. Just be careful.
Okay, so yeah, I'm from Europe. I'm from Romania. It's just it's like this is in another universe. It's based on things that we know, but it exists in a universe where stuff like that would happen and no one would question it or would fight it, or there are no authorities outside of the town that would say like, are you crazy? What do you mean? That's insane. You can't just do that. Especially in those in recent times. Like, since when are people scared of anything that's, like, I don't know, the occult? And like, when I say scared, I mean not individuals, because individuals can be scared, but a whole town to be affected and like, oh, this whole place reeks of death. What does that mean? That's just like, it's crazy. It's like it's a different dimension. I don't know. I don't know. And the effigy thing, how, like, what is it, like they're doing Burning Man, the religious version of Burning Man in a small town every year, and no one thinks it's weird?
How come you weren't dressed as a priest last night?
That question.
Well, that's blasphemy, right?
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry, nothing against you. But it's the same annoying question that keeps coming back at me, like a bat flapping in circles year after year. I see October 28th on the calendar, and I know what's coming to bite me.
What? Yeah, thank you for replying for my question.
So what's the reason?
I tell everyone I can't wear it because I have to work. But the truth is, I don't believe it would make a difference if I did. In general, the ritual doesn't make a difference.
Right. So, because there's still moon ghouls.
Why does everyone else wear it?
Because the inhabitants believe we are all disciples of Saint Kotar, and so we have to dress like them on the day. Not just in the evening when the effigy is set on fire, but all the time, from dawn to dusk.
See, that's...
But what is the reasoning behind it? The dress is just a terrifying shadow of what a priest's robe should look like.
There's a belief that wearing it scares off demons, witches, and other evil spirits. I guess the darker it looks, the scarier it is. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
The effigy turned into ash last night. What does it represent?
A demon slave of the moon god. The Effigy Ritual marks the end of the day of Saint Kotar. People gather on the square, they pray and chant as one voice. Which sounds beautiful. It's the best part. No, it's the only part of the day I love.
I thought the exact opposite. It was a disturbing scene, and I felt true, primal fear.
Then the mayor comes out and everyone stops, and when the last words leave his mouth, the effigy is finally set on fire.
Has anyone been hurt over the years? The fire spreads very quickly, a wide and massive whirl as if ignited from the darkest of places.
No, not that I recall. I don't know. Why?
Yeah, when you say like no tension is built, you get it all at once. Yeah, like in the first half an hour, 40 minutes, you get presented with the body of the mayor like randomly. It's like, here, a murder scene. You didn't have to go there, but we're forcing you to go there without any logic. Because that would not happen in real life. You would not just be taken by actually the police to see a murder scene where another person, like a detective or like the chief of police tells you, you see this murder? Well, we believe your sister did it and your accomplices. It's like, what? Who does that? That doesn't happen. It's like the beginning is not weird. Because the beginning is the two men trying to figure out what happened like the previous night and to get out of the house. But as soon as they get out of the house, you know, with Dr. Hadur, right? That was the name, and investigator. You know, it's like you went into a Twilight Zone after that. You know, there's another guy who's interrogating you, but he's weird. You don't know who it is. By the way, that's not how any investigation works. When you're put in a room like that, there's someone that you sit with at a table, and they're asking you questions. You don't just put stuff in your. By the way, and also, you're not supposed to put things in a box and just like give away your belongings. They search you when you go into a police station. If you're a suspect and you might be an accomplice to murder and cannibalism and like I don't know, infanticide, I would guess, if you're killing the fetus, right? Then, or a double murder actually, right? Because the sister allegedly pushed a guy off, and then she was an accomplice to the murder of the mayor. So you're an accomplice to a double murder, and you go to the police station and they ask you nicely, like to see if you're, I don't know, to see if you're, I don't know, like a good citizen, ask you to give away your belongings. No, you're searched because you may have evidence that you might want to hide. So if you're a suspect, at the very least they would search you, and there would be someone who interrogates you. That's how it works. You don't talk, you know, with anyone through the double-sided mirror. The double-sided mirror in a police station is because you would want maybe someone to observe the interrogation, or maybe you would bring a witness to see the suspect, and you know that witness will not be seen by the suspect, so they can, you know, not be afraid, and they could, you know, express themselves, say if they saw each other, whatever, and so on and so forth. So that's why all that exists, but it's used in such a weird way.
Yes, and because it could come down at any moment. It's so tall, the nearby buildings could be hit.
Nothing to worry about. God is protecting them. Or at least it's what they believe. Oh, and those who are tasked with creating the effigy are given a free pass into the forest. Can you guess why?
To get wood?
No.
You haven't even tried to guess. Because it's made of black wood, plant roots, and undergrowth from Carcassa. Slaves of the moon gods supposedly live or dwell as spirits if they are dead, inside the forest, and so, you know. Some of the townsfolk even swear to hear the wailing of demons the whole night after the fire. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Excuse me.
Sure.
Okay, I don't think I can take anything from here though. This was a weird conversation with her. It's like it was kind of all over the place. Wait. I don't know. Let's save. Because we don't have a lot of time. Yeah, see, that's why I was thinking I need to do more live streams for this one. Because of the pacing, it is going to take a while. Probably going to play next week too. So we have the effigy, I can go here. Oh, can I go into the bar? The tavern. Okay, open? It is open. It is open.
Lots of fog in these portraits. Not quite sure if it's a stylistic choice. The emerging faces are pretty ugly and creepy.
Jesus, dude. They're just people.
An old woman with white hair, white dress, and big white teeth. She's doing her best to look happy.
You know what I like? The visual style, the visuals with the table here, the table that's closer to the camera, and how it's blurred. I really like that. That's really cool.
It's missing an eye. The man who did this and put it on display here is a brainless, primitive psychopath.
Okay, tell me how you really feel.
It's just a mock-up of a strange tree with small red leaves and branches pointing skyward.
Ooh, I can't take the axe, right?
I'm not a thief.
Oh, shut up. This is an adventure game. You're supposed to take things.
Slips of paper have been squeezed in the fissures between the bricks. I'm curious. I'll read one.
See, it says he's not a thief, but he takes
Voices
things.
now carry, shadows take form. Oh God, have mercy on me, for I fear the thing that possesses me. A wall of laments? Inside a tavern?
See, this is a he's not gonna take the axe, but there's papers lodged into that. But he just takes them, so that's fine to take and read.
Take my son and husband. Just make my agony go away. Forgive me.
Okay, that's creepy.
I'm here at your feet, with you in my heart. From the day I arrived, life has been a blessing and this town a dream. I thank you for that.
Well, at least someone's having a good time.
We are all captives of this place, imprisoned souls waiting for our Savior. Let him descend upon the valley, save us, give us the light.
Okay. And we have 11 slips of paper.
Darkness, shrieking, trembling, you left me in the mine, and now I have no God. My vengeance nears.
That sounds like a threat.
My days and nights are nearly over, so let me thank you for everything you've done. I choose to live in darkness. I choose to be safe.
That was a quick cutoff. Safe.
Yesterday, I followed a swarthy old woman into the forest. I don't know if it was an apparition. I don't know the reason why I did it. It was all blackness and silence. My heart is dark now. My soul is cursed. I can feel it. Have mercy on me, for I had such a weakness of faith.
I like how some are just like ramblings of religious people and some are like diary entries.
The dead are disappearing and the believers are dying. For the love of humanity, do something, Almighty.
Are they talking to God or Kotar? The saint? Is that the thing?
He who confesses obtains mercy. I was lost until I gave myself to the Lord, but now I'm redeemed by the perfect blood of my child.
I don't even know what that means.
I had a vision of Saint Kotar. He led me into the kingdom of Ahrisat. What does it mean? My God, am I doomed?
Nah, you'll be fine. There's no such thing as Amrizad. You know it. That's blasphemy, by the way.
Bind their
Problem.
power, prevent their progress, banish them. My shepherd, free us all. That's it. I've read them all. This wall is just more proof how backwards and horrible a place Sveti Kotar is. It's a nightmare.
Yeah. It is. And yet people still come here. Apparently.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
Vodka.
Remember me?
Should I?
From last night? My sister and brother-in-law were with me.
I'm not a visual man. I don't remember faces. I dissolve into fog pretty fast.
It's funny, like he's the only barman that he doesn't remember faces.
So you don't remember my sister Victoria? The two of you talked last night.
Victoria, you say?
How does he know?
I remember her glasses and name.
Did you see her today?
No. You've lost her?
She lost herself, and we cannot find her.
Keep looking and seek help from God.
Jesus Christ.
Or ask someone who thinks to be one.
And who would be that fool?
Fool. Funny you say that, because that's how I call him too. My cousin Norin.
The chief of police is your cousin?
Dominic Norin, the feared and respected law of the valley of Sveti Kotar.
Okay, that laughter is just not working.
I've had a chance to talk with him already. He doesn't seem to know where Victoria is.
That means nothing. He's either lying or you're a fool as much as he is. Was there anyone else when he talked to you?
Yes.
He likes that. He likes to be on the stage, in front of a crowd.
If I decide to talk to him, where should I go?
You'll find him in his office at the police station. It's where he eats, sleeps, and fulfills his needs. Talk to him alone. He's more vulnerable without a crowd. Walk into the police station. His office is the door on the left. Just knock and tell him Davor Gorsky has sent you.
All right.
He won't care, so you'll have to give him a good reason to let you in. Luckily, that reason is in front of your eyes.
You? I don't understand.
A gift. The cleaver. Right in front of you.
A cleaver will make him change his mind? Is this a joke?
No joke. It'll wait for you here for whenever, if ever, you decide to talk to the fool.
See, but that's another thing that doesn't make sense. This barman just... barkeep, whatever, he's just gonna help us? Why? What's the... I'll just take the cleaver, man, and talk to my cousin. I don't like him, but, you know, I'm gonna help you.
Sveti Kotar is a small town. Where do strangers go when they visit? Any particular place I should know of?
Ah, glad you're asking. I got many recommendations. You should definitely venture into the Carcassa forest. Its trees are magical this time of year. Then don't miss out on the greatest view of the valley. Climb to the top of the Udaf mountain and enjoy the breathtaking sight. Lastly, take a diving course at the Lake Hali. I mean, forget about people. Don't ask anyone. Just dive. Just do it yourself and enjoy the rich underwater life. Your soul will be grateful. Grateful beyond imagination if you dip your toes into the spring of the Henna River.
I feel like you're mocking me.
I am.
Why? Why is he mocking me? What's the... I don't know.
What was that huge, horrible thing that was set on fire last night?
Tradition. This town has a history of blaming everyone except God.
God is never to be blamed. He has his own ways of...
Blah, blah, blah. I heard it 1,000 times before. People around here blame strangers, good spirits, demons, witches, and even the Vatican. Everyone else except the one they idolize.
The Vatican?
Crazy thing for a Catholic town, isn't it?
But why? And why do you say they should blame God?
Look around you. Talk to people. Stay long enough and you'll understand.
Well, I don't plan on staying long, that's for sure.
Tell me about the Moon Ghouls.
They will eat your soul and feast over your flesh.
You know who they are?
A cannibal tribe that follow the moon demons. The moon is the key.
In what way?
I already said too much. Seek more knowledge elsewhere.
That's such an RPG line. Seek more knowledge elsewhere. Is that no one talks like that, man? No one talks like that. Literally no one talks like that. Seek more knowledge elsewhere.
Are you a taxidermist?
A what?
Do you prepare dead animals for fun?
I enjoy slaughtering them. I love my job.
So you are a butcher?
I prefer slaughterman. Why? What's this all about?
I was asking myself about that poor pig and its head displayed like a trophy.
You have a problem with that?
It's missing an eye, and...
And?
I believe it's a mortal sin to torture
oh my
defenseless
God.
animals.
You know why? Because you are one of them. Like a sheep who follows words and moral codes, you feel endangered, vulnerable, and mortal.
It's actually the other way. I feel...
You don't feel bad or sorry or sad for that pig. You're terrified because you see your own head on that wall.
It's pointless to argue with this man. I have better things to do.
Nothing to say. Good.
Jesus, what a conversation.
What's the story of the bricked up window you have here?
Human rats kept breaking in and stealing from me. The alley's pretty dark at night, so it was perfect for them. I couldn't find out who they were, so I decided to poison the food. It worked. It was all right for a while. But then the break-ins started again, and I said no more. Walls always work. They divide the sane from the mentally ill, and the rich from the poor. We need walls.
Thank you for the background story, sir, but I meant what's the story behind the slips of paper in the wall?
Of course you meant that. What else would you be interested in after all? I keep them because they amuse me.
How so?
I laugh at how weak and pathetic my fellow townsfolk are. They bring me lots of joy, especially the ones talking to God.
You have a problem with faith?
Do I look like a sheep to you?
This is a madman. No, you do not.
Right answer, priest. Right answer.
Well, he's a monk.
I'm not a priest.
Yeah.
I'm not a fool.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Also, I can take the cleaver. Okay. This is such a weird... Like the,
Am I really going to take it?
Yes. Take the cleaver, man. Alright.
Good. Very good, priest. Now go. Walk bravely into the Temple of Law. You're bringing a gift.
Again with the laughter, it
don't
doesn't
know
make
what
any
I'm doing.
sense. Okay, well, we took the cleaver. Let me save. You know what, I think I'm gonna go to this house, see if there's anything there. It's just yeah, very, very slow pacing, which again, I was, you know, kinda used to from the Yellow Mask demo. Is this? I think this was the way to the house, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, and there was a house on the other side. And now I have control over...
I couldn't have missed the tallest building out here. This must be the lodge where Hatur resides.
Okay. Well, I can go into the fields, because that's always good. The fields of gold.
Looks like a maze. I have no desire to go inside.
Yeah, but I told you to go there. See, that's like such a weird thing. Is like you can walk there, but the character tells you that he doesn't have any desire. Well, I have a desire. I'm controlling the character, right? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Come on, dude. What's the sign? What does the sign say?
Goldine.
Oh, right. Can we go down? Is it? Oh, we're going to the river. It goes down to the not the river to the lake, right? Because it said I was. Yes, the lake. Oh, there's someone there. A woman? That's a weird dress.
Just a boat, floating alone in the fog.
Okay, let's talk to this woman, and after that, oh, it's a girl? So small.
It's empty.
Anton. Oh, maybe a boy? What? It's a boy?
Hello, youngster. What's your name?
Anton.
What are you doing here? Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Fishing.
At night?
Best time.
I don't think that's the case.
It's dangerous to be out here at night, especially for a child.
Why?
Didn't you hear what happened to your mayor? And what about those moon things?
You mean the Moon Ghouls? I saw them once here on the lake.
Why do you have a British accent, little boy, when you're supposed to be from rural Croatia?
What do they look like? What are they?
Yellow. Their whole body is yellow, except for the faces. They don't have faces. Their faces are shadows.
Oh, little boy. You're not from a Charles Dickens novel. You're in Saint Kotar. Well, you're in Sveti Kotar. Speak like you're, more Eastern European, okay?
You were hidden somewhere?
They saw me, but they could do nothing. Dr. Hatur was taking them away.
Where did he take them?
I don't know. The doctor told me to go away. I didn't look back. He's always good to me. Always gives me food. Says I have to gain weight.
Alright.
How's your fishing going?
Badly.
Wouldn't you need a fishing rod? Net? Or anything that could help you with that?
I'm not trying to catch them. I'm just calling them.
What?
I want to see them.
Kid, I don't think you know what fishing means.
The lake seems lifeless to me. Are you sure this is the right place to fish?
I know it is. Mother Evelina told me.
So your mother told you to come to this very pier at night to try to catch some fish? She must be an exemplary parent.
She is good to me. She loves me. Look. She made this dress with bells just for me. Others don't have dress like this.
Others? Who are they?
My brothers.
Why would she give you a dress with bells?
I can call for help when others are mean to me. Evelina always comes.
Why do you let your brothers be mean? Fight for yourself.
I don't want to be mean towards strangers. Mother Evelina says it is impolite.
Your siblings can't be strangers to you. You live in the same house, eat the same food, maybe even sleep in the same room.
We live together, but they are still strangers. See, I think they know where their parents are. I don't.
Kid, are you all right?
No. I want to find my parents.
So, Evelina is not your mother?
She told me my mother and father are living here now. Somewhere inside Lake Harley. I'm trying to call them. I want to see them.
So he's an orphan?
Do you live in an orphanage, perhaps?
I live in a big house. Above our roof is a giant tower with giant bells. And we have a big courtyard. With a big wall and tall trees that prevent demons and evil spirits to visit us when they leave their underground beds.
You know, when I was your age, I lived in a house such as yours.
Evelina was your mother too?
No.
No. My mother's name was Olga.
Was she as good as my mother?
No, she actually killed kids.
She always protected me from my brothers and sisters.
You also had a dress like mine? With bells?
No, but I would have loved to have one.
That's not funny.
Take care.
Goodbye.
Okay, weirdo. That's a weird... Okay, I get it. So the thing with this kid is that he's also an orphan and Nikolai is an orphan. So maybe that's, there's gonna be a connection there that's desired. But, it's weird. Gotta say, it's weird. So we are still... Okay, so we're here. Okay. No, sorry. Go back. You know what? I'm gonna save and we're gonna end it here. Probably gonna play more next week because this is, with the conversations and everything and the pacing, we are gonna have to play more in order to see what's going on and maybe find Victoria. Maybe that's gonna be our next target. Right. It's interesting that they all have their different tasks. Leave Dr. Hatur is somehow connected with my wife's disappearance. He resides somewhere in the lodge, and I should do whatever it takes to get to get to him and make him talk. so that's for him. And of course, Benedict has a lot more missions, although he's the one who's the least interested in all of this, which is really funny. Wait in the house, talk to the town's priest, which is funny because, like, who cares? Talk to Victoria. Where is she? And investigate the castle. Alright, that's again, that's a lot of tasks for someone who doesn't want to be here. Actually, it should be the other way around. Nikolai should have the vast majority of tasks because he wants to find Victoria, he wants to talk to her, he wants to save her, he wants to do whatever. Whereas Benedict, his only thing should be that he needs to talk to the priest in order to go back to, you know, the monastery wherever he lives and talk to Father Imran and say, you know, yeah, I actually, you know, did what you asked me to. But yeah, we'll have to see next week. For now, that was everyone. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this live stream, give it a thumbs up. Check out the back catalog, you know, check out YouTube, check out BitChute, check out others if you want to see all the cool games that I cover. And what else? Of course, you know, subscribe if you haven't, and see the ways through which you can support me in the description below, because I need any and all support I can get in order to continue doing gaming coverage and more. So check those out. The best way to support me, of course, is to join my locals community at cryptichybrid.locals.com. The link is also in the description below. You don't have to pay anything if you become a member. You can become a member for free, and you can join my locals community and get all the free posts. But if you become a supporter, that's $4 a month. Of course, you also get tons of perks for those $4 a month. You get early access to videos, and like real early access, not just, you know, 24 hours. You get support-only live streams. You get to decide what I play every Monday on live stream. You get access to never-before-seen videos. You get to ask questions for future interviews that I've done. That I do, not that I've done. I can't insert your questions in past interviews. I did 3 interviews this week, and I do plan to do more. Maybe one next week, maybe one the week after that. So, you know, if you like to participate, you can ask questions for, you know, to the game developers that I talk to. What else? And oh, by the way, if you're a supporter, you also participate in game giveaways, and there's gonna be a big promotion in November. I wanna give out a lot of keys. When I say a lot of keys, probably like 50 keys, 40, 50 keys, something like that. Different for different games or different genres. So you know, join just so you're on there. And other ways to support me, all in the description below. Choose whichever is the best for you. I'm gonna take my dog out because it's getting late, and well, tomorrow, let me think. You know what, maybe I can do another stream tomorrow, so as you know, so we don't have to wait that long, so we can, you know, continue Saint Kotar tomorrow. And I definitely want to record some stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be a busy weekend if I can you know, muster the motivation for all that. Thanks again for watching, and until the next time we see each other, have an awesome weekend. And don't abandon your sister, come on. Everything is awesome.